Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is Rising Star 2 with my band Inches from Glory. And I did hang up some wall art, a couple of things anyway, that weren't up before because I don't know, I forgot that I had them or something, but I went ahead and put those up. And then I guess I'd never hung all the plaques. I got to go back and look at some older videos. I went ahead and put these all up there. They're in chronological order. They zigzag. Not the perfect setup, but got them all on the wall, got them all readable. So there you have it. Okay. Well, it is July 1st of 2006, and we have an album that is due. Oops, I got to finish hanging whatever I put up last. There we go. We have an album that needs to come out in a month, and we're not quite ready for that. We have, I think, 6 or 7 songs recorded. Looks like 7. A couple of them aren't the greatest quality, and we probably want to put some more popular songs on our list. It looks like we have a couple, at least one that we haven't recorded yet that has some quality to it. So, I'm sorry, quality and popularity. That's the word I meant. Has some popularity to it. That's why he has a smiley face. These are songs that we've been doing fairly well with. We have a couple of gigs coming up to try out some new songs as well. Got one that we still need to practice up. I don't think, let's see, 1, 2. Now, we're not going to get there before that Monday. We might be able to get it by Tuesday, and then we're really going to have to focus on putting the rest of the album together for the rest of the month. And there's not a whole lot that'll have to be done there, and we can release it early. In fact, I'm going to release it pretty much as soon as I can, but we want to try to maybe find if we have a hit sitting out here that we didn't know about. This song, yeah, most of our songs have been played in front of plenty of fans at this point and just not seeing a whole lot of movement and love for them, but that's okay. That's okay. We are in our first year. That will improve. So I figure what we will do is kind of the same old, same old. I'm going to merge some parts here where I can, and then we will go out. Hey, Topher levels up. That's always fantastic. His production level is maxed. I think we're going to start wanting to give him a little stage presence. He is one of our music writers. Yeah, let's go with that for today. And then let's continue on here. So we have a 35 riff that just got put together. Great. We're down to 46 points. So 20s and below. And I think we're going to hold off on songwriting this week. We'll probably get back to it in the very near future, but I think it's time to get things polished up and ready to go for that album. Now, the releasing of the album is an extremely simple process if we haven't done it before. I don't know if we have. We certainly haven't in this playthrough. And the mechanics of it are clicking a button and you're done. I'm absolutely positive that the work and everything that goes into that in real life is a lot deeper than that. Also, we still don't have max rep in any of these spots, let alone all of them. So we're going to go and see some bands tonight. Let's plan on going to this one. Oh, of course, I pick one that is not tonight because I'm a genius. Boy, oh boy. Can we cancel that? I don't know that we can. I think it's just stuck there now. Maybe if we try clicking it here. Nope, it's there. We'll just have to remember that. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go to the factory tonight. That's the one we wanted. And we'll go ahead and go. And good heavens, already back in that habit of hitting the wrong key to do the wrong thing. Well, we're not going to be able to go there. It's nighttime. We'd already kind of done some stuff today. So never mind. That's just not going to work. I guess maybe in the last video we did do that already, or at least that was probably the plan. So we're just going to practice, move on to the next day. How's that sound? And we're only going to work the one song. Do we have any that we know? No, I'm not seeing any that I'm positive I haven't played recently. So we'll hit this and move on. Okay. Back to doing a little bit of merging. Let's go down to the melodies and see what we can find down here. the excitement of, is it going to double bump, particularly when you're doing like a 20, and that one did. It jumped up to a 35, so we got something to work with there in the future. That's not what I meant to click. I meant to click those. And I could be a lot more strategic of planning out which parts are going to merge up into something else. There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. I just think over time, I'm going to get there. And so I don't really put too much effort in it. I think you could spend a ton of time trying to kind of work that out to a specific outcome. And in the end, once they're all merged all the way up, they're merged all the way up. So, whoops, I wasn't thinking. I was talking and not paying attention to that. So I'll do some ones. Ones and threes. We could do some threes if there are any. Not seeing any. We got tons of ones here. Let's just get rid of those. So I guess what I'm getting at is, you could do a lot more planning here than I do. I just find one that's wiggling and I find its match, and there we go. You could spend a lot of time making sure, I need this 25, so let's find where those ones are and doing that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that strategy. That would drive me crazy. We'll get there eventually. Okay. Well, it is Sunday. There's nothing to ever do on Sunday, as we all know. And so we're going to go ahead and practice. And because we have gig coming up, we're going to practice everything just to make sure. Although, yeah, maybe not. I would really like to maybe try to get this song played on Tuesday. So let's only practice the one at it, basically. So if we do that again today and tomorrow, all right, more leveling. We have to go to Carbondale today. Doing that today and tomorrow, we should be able to play this one with some authority for tomorrow night's gig. So we'll do that. Okay, come in here. Let's see. Well, playing is always important. His is stage presence. And I've been kind of kicking away at repair here and there. The thing is by the time you have repair where you want it, you don't need it anymore because you usually are rolling in money at that point. And not that there's anything wrong with that, right? But it's just, I kind of wish the mechanic for that worked a little different, but I really don't know how I would want it to work. So, what do you do? What do you do? All right. Well, what we do right now is we head over to Carbondale because that is where we need to go. And I think, well, we'll know here in a second. I think these are these are going to be 6-song gigs is what I was kind of remembering. And there was some intent there. Let's clear the set. Let's check attitudes. Nothing is at the very bottom, so that's always a good sign. Let's look at date written. Can't quite do this one yet. Let's be sure to play our most popular song, which is Blue. That's very interesting to me. So we'll do this. Let's try table for 1. And I do know that Wide Awake we weren't having a lot of success with. Cool Kids Table. Oh, let's give that a try. Yeah, here we go. I've noticed in my video production, so when I'm editing videos afterwards, the soundtracks haven't been coming through the way they used to. I'm not sure what changed. I think it's in my capture software maybe. Something is acting a little differently, and so I'm going to have to figure that out. If you're not hearing the music now, I apologize for that. The tracks seem to be getting buried or lost sometimes, and I'm not really sure what's going on there. So I'll do a little bit of digging here this week and see what I can figure out on that. Hopefully it's a good experience. And it might be there anyway. Might be much ado about nothing right now. So, okay. Well, we have a couple of songs that they liked quite a bit. Looking forward to seeing what they said. Those were the 5s. Okay, the order of things. Well, we knew that they liked that song. That's good. Freedom Learns. That's definitely an important one for us right now. And they enjoyed the other things, but nothing was really knocking them out. 4,600, 5 t-shirts sold. We got some work to do there.
It's a nice, cool night. Perfect for
and now Angel leveled up. That just leaves Xavier leveling up here soon. Writing lyrics, we tend to be really good shape for lyrics. Let's give her a little bit of stage presence and one on the playing schedule. You know what? I might want to do that the other way. There we go. Okay, I'm going to send them home. Yeah, they're not going to have time. Unfortunately, they're not going to have time to practice that one up to where we need it to, because we're going to go home and then we have to go to Cedar Rapids right away, which makes some sense. I probably should have thought that through a little better. Let's go ahead and just get it done. We're going to do the gig. Get up there. Yay. And let's take a quick tour of Cedar Rapids. Wonderful little Midwest town in the Plains State in Iowa. There we go. It's another theater style gig. That is great. Let's get in there. Oh, and this one we were playing 9. Excellent. Excellent. Give us a little bit of flexibility on trying some other stuff. Could be as many as 5,000 folks, and we're getting paid $2,400 for this one. Well, we knew that the Freedom Learns, that they really liked that one. That's great. What else can we do here? We could try Straight and Narrow. Authority Figure is a popular song for us. And then These Old Roads is going to be on our CD. I don't think they love that song though, but let's go ahead and go with that. Roots Run Deep didn't really do anything for anybody. Let's go ahead and put Wide Awake in, although I kind of recall that song not really clicking either. Oh, we should check Attitudes because we did change states. Looks like we're good. Indulgence and Stewardship. Yeah, we don't have any of those yet. Here we go. $2,700 folks showed up. Not as many as the last gig last night there in Carbondale. Okay, well, we didn't knock it out of the park with the energy management. I need to pay closer attention to that. I didn't really. How many shirts are we selling? 73 shirts. Well, that was a much better night from that perspective, wasn't it? We made a couple of dollars. Good, good, good. Endorsement pay almost $100. Again, that's fantastic. And what are we looking at? Yeah, Wide Awake. Not great. Table for One. Not great. These Old Roads. Not great. So, yeah, you know,
I can feel the magic.
We're just getting started, folks.
You're with Shady O'Grady, listening to the sounds of the night on Stranded Radio.
All righty. It is Wednesday. I almost think we should head to a studio and go ahead and record the next song that we want. There it is. Having trouble locating that bad boy. Let's go in here, 95 an hour, and there was one that is marked. We haven't recorded Freedom Learns. We're going to do that right now. Okay, we can get it to 100 by spending 22 hours. We can do that. Yes, we could have merged songs before doing this. I probably should be doing that a little more devoutly, but that's all right. And we now have 8 songs recorded for our upcoming CD. Have we started to assemble a CD? We have not. We don't have any covers set up yet. So we're going to have to come up with a title for the CD and a name and some artwork. We can do that. I don't typically do the artwork end so much as I just label them so that I know what they are and I can kind of see it. It's a fun little thing to do and, tweak it out to your content. I think you all watching me tweak out my CD cover would be less fun than watching paint dry. Maybe same, probably same as watching golf. That'd be my guess. Probably the same as watching golf. we'll just leave it at that. So we're going to run home. We are going to do one more night of practice on that song, and we will play it Monday. And so we got a couple of days to think about what we want to do in the meantime. So let's go ahead and develop some ideas if we can. We did see that we had some ideas come through. Didn't pay close attention to how many are for whom, but everybody except Xavier has leveled here in the last week. So that's always a good sign. There we go. Getting some double bounces there. I love it when that happens. Just fire right up through those ranks and you end up with some nice surprises when that happens. 24, so we're down to where we can do 10s. Here's some 10s, and then we'll be down to 1s. And we know we had a ton of lyrics. This feels almost... something feels off here. I just feel like there's way, way, way too many lyric entries happening, more so than there normally are. I don't know if it's because I have the fifth man and that's kind of throwing off my perception of where things normally would be, but yeah, it feels a little odd to me. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and practice that one all the way up. Tonight we are going to go visit a place to do a show, or to watch a show. First, we are going to mow a lawn, because that's what we do during the day, particularly in the summer, particularly in St. Louis. Actually, it gets to the point where you don't mow for a couple of weeks because it's so hot. Grass doesn't grow. And of course, this year, pretty much all our grass is dead because we have had really spotty rain. It's been really weird. The numbers say we have as much rain as normal. The grass says it hasn't had any water in months. So I don't know. It was supposed to rain yesterday and we feel like it was coming. The radar said, here it comes, and it would evaporate away. Never got here. All right. We are at the factory. A job has been completed today. Digital. Trust. Outcasts. Very good. Good intel for the future. We're just here to watch. Up and coming bands. Maybe somebody will tour with in the future. You never know. The Impossible Earths. What am I waiting for? There we go. Okay, well, we got some reputation with some folks. The factory loves it when you come to their battles of the band. I wonder if this goes up based on the number of bands that are there on a particular night. That might make some sense. I'd never really tracked it. That might make some sense, though. So let's head home. Okay. We are on Friday. Song ideas to merge. Let's look at rhythm. We haven't done rhythm in a while. Okay, that was a good one. And I would assume a lot of folks that know this, but I suffered an eye condition at the beginning of September. I didn't have a September. This is one of my first videos. I did do a couple of videos while I was still in the period of time where I wasn't supposed to be really doing a whole lot. The one problem I'm having is my right eye sees lines as wiggly, and as I move, the line moves. It's really kind of hard to describe, but if you think of this as a perfectly straight line, I see through my right eye, it kind of bows like this. And then as I move to look at it, it's not right in the center of my vision, it's a little below. And as I move to look at it, it continues to move that bow down. So if you think about how this works, it makes these all look like they're wiggling in that eye. So I got to cover that eye up or close it. Or of course, when you close one and not the other, you're kind of squinting weird. And when you get to be a certain age, that just isn't practical for seeing very well. And that's kind of where I'm at. So this probably is taking longer than it normally should. I know I gripe about it all the time. I actually think it's a fantastic mechanic. It was really, really brilliant. The combination count that you can get out of this is about perfect for a game like this. It's not too many, but it's enough that you have to pay attention. I just love that. It's really, really wonderful there. So we've now done that. We should have that song up to 100%. We do. So let's go ahead and hit everything. Not that we're playing until Monday, but at least we're covered until then. We could go record a couple of more songs if we wanted to. So select all, practice. There we go. And it is Saturday night. Anywhere we wish to go, we can go back to the factory. 4 more. Let's hit one of these that has 4. Let's go to the Blue Strawberry tonight. Our reputation is 10. Let's see if we pick up 4 points for there being 4 bands there. Kind of want to see if that's really what's happening. We can go ahead and do our merging now. Yes, we can do that. Come back down in here. I felt like there were a lot more of these. Maybe we did get through most of it. There were some 20s or something. All right. Well, we'll just come down to lyrics. There's always plenty of lyrics to merge right now. 2 songwriters and... Oh, hey, look at that. Used all the points. Okay, so we want to go to the Blue Strawberry, and we're just going to watch. I guess, I didn't think about it, but since we were just visiting the other one, we could have done this. Hey, do you have a... I'm not sure I'm interested in opening with only 6 songs. It's good money, though. Not that one. 9 songs. Good money. Getting really close to our deadline for when we want to be released. I'm hoping to actually get this album out probably in the next week or 2. And so, yeah, I don't think that's going to be very helpful. And that's fine. We'll get that done, and we will turn a page and start to play some tours and things like that, and that'll be a lot of fun. But first we want to see if we get 4 points of reputation for there being 4 bands here. And here we go. Let's see. Nope, we only got 3, so that isn't apparently exactly the relationship, but yeah, there you have it. Okay, well, let's head home. Probably wouldn't be a bad night to write a song, but I think we're going to go ahead and just practice to end it. It will be Sunday, and we will call that an episode. There you have it. Okay, well, thank you for joining me in this. This is Rising Star 2 from Gilly Games, and the band is Inches from Glory out of St. Louis, Missouri. There you have it. I hope to see you next time. Thanks for your time, and until then, fair travels.